Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning all. I'm Arif Arfianto and my supervisor is Mr. Muhammad Taufik Hidayat. Here I proudly present the material of my research with the title Literacy Movement Program in Elementary School, a Study of Central Java, Indonesia. Abstract. Elementary school is a time when children are at the golden age, so it is crucial to instill noble character values. The literacy movement is one way that can be done to instill noble character. The study aims to find out 1. The planning of the school literacy movement in elementary school of Central Java, Indonesia. 2. Evaluate the implementation of the school literacy movement in elementary school of Central Java. 3. Evaluate in the evaluation of the school literacy movement in elementary school of Central Java. Introduction. Elementary school is the first formal education where children start literacy by reading. Reading is one of the essential functions in life. All learning processes are based on the ability to read. With the ability to read that is entrenched in every child, the level of success in school and life in society will open up opportunity for better life success. The low level of reading in Indonesia, according to Teguh 2030, not competitive because human resources lack knowledge and technology due to weak interest and ability to read and write. Reading and writing have not become a necessity of life and have not become a national culture. The number of libraries and books is far from sufficient for the demands of reading as the basic of education. Reading culture has not been considered a critical problem, while many other problems are considered more urgent. Technological development that are increasingly developing have penetrated the world of education. Books have begun to be alienated and replaced by sophisticated technologies such as gadgets that all groups can access because gadgets are considered more practical and faster in obtaining information. In this millennial era, gadgets are more favored by children because of the many exciting and innovative features. This trigger a decrease in student interest in learning, especially in elementary school children, because learning with books is tedious. The school literacy movement is expanded to increase interest in reading, especially in elementary school children. So hey, are not always got the gadget because elementary school is a playing pace. Hence, it requires activity related to the environment. Improving school literacy also impact improving the quality of education in Indonesia. Next, the method I use, type of study, descriptive with a qualitative approach, study design and literature study approach or literature review, data, secondary data published, secondary data from journal, thesis, and scientific article, Adores acts as an instrument and a collection of data. The essence of adores is needed to collect data through study literature. Data collection technique, documentation technique, validity of the data, the annulation of data by cross-checking the data with facts from other schools. Next, result. Preparation. Number 1. School literacy movement training for school principal and teacher. 2. Implementation the school literacy movement policy. 3. Socialization of teacher, parent, and student. Planning. 1. Hold a teacher meeting to form a school literacy movement team. 2. Create a concept program of activities. 3. Develop and determine reading program. 4. Inventory of facilities, infrastructure, and reading material owned and product the facilities and reading material needed. 5. Was reading book collection development. Program schedule. 1. Schedule a reading program. 2. Make a budget plan for the collection of books and facilities for reading such as reading rooms, reading corners, reading terraces, and reading gardens. Next, implementation. Habituation. 1. Implementation of 15 minutes reading activities which include integrates, share reading activities and discussion about the book begin read. 2. Organizing a literate environment and facilities. 3. Creating a text read environment. 4. Closing elementary school reading books. 5. Public involvement. Parents can communicate with the school via electronic device. Development. As a follow-up to the development of reading activities in the form of appreciation of the literacy achievement of students and the school literacy team, the quick free-day activities, teachers become model in reading activities, and each student is a daily reading journal that is filled out every day by student. There is a policy of compulsory reading of books that are available in the library. Habituation 2. The habituation stage is the development of all student activity in implementing learning and the will starting from reading strategies in all subjects, moderatory library visit, empowering classroom magazine to making portfolios. Next, evaluation. Evaluation of content. Content evaluation review whether the school literacy movement is a school need, the goal of the school literacy movement, and the goal of the school literacy program. Evaluation of input. The evaluation of the input component review what program have been carried out the realizing the school literacy movement in elementary school. Evaluation of the process. Evaluation of process component is used to find out the what extent the plan has been implemented and what component need to be improved from the teacher role to program implementation. Evaluation of products. Product implementation evaluation is used to measure the extent to which a program has achieved its goal by holding literacy program. Next, what's that? Planning for school literacy movement. Number one, preparation stage. The result of the study and the preparation stage for planning the school literacy movement, which can be implemented top three tags, namely school literacy movement training for principal and teacher, implementation school literacy movement policy, and socializing teacher, parents, and student. The action program of the school literacy movement can be carried out by offering, inviting, or appointing school of the school community, student, teacher, school management, school participant, and committee, so that they can carry out school literacy movement activities with a form of action, as well as holding socialization on understanding to teacher, principal, committee your parents about what and how the school literacy movement. 2. Planning stage. The result of the study and the planning stage of the school literacy movement can be carried out in 5 steps, namely holding a teacher naming to from a school literacy movement team, conceptualizing activity program, compiling and determining reading program, taking an inventory of facilities, infrastructure, reading material outlet, and procuring the facility and reading material needed, and developing a collection of reading books. 3. Program schedule stage. The result of the study and the stage of the school literacy movement program schedule can be carried out in 2 stages, namely making a schedule for reading program, making budgets plan for books collection and facilities for reading such as reading room, reading corner, reading terrace, and reading gardens. Next, but that's implementation of the school literacy movement in Central Java. Number 1. Habituation stage. The finding and the stage of habituation of the school literacy movement can be carried out in 5 steps, namely implementation of 15 minutes reading activities which include interactive, integrates, shared reading activity and discussion about books being read, arranging literacy facilities and environment, creating a tech-rich environment, selecting elementary school reading books, and public involvement. 2. Development stage. The development stage focus on literacy activities, namely listening, reading, speaking, and reading. From the 4 literacy activities, it is hoped the literacy skill of students and develop where they can understanding reading, think critically, and can respond to enrichment book with their communication skill by utilizing learning activities in the school environment, including school yards, school libraries, city library stores, giving reward to diligent participants in the library. 3. Habituation stage 2. The learning stage that has been carried out the implementation and introduction in the form of increasing reading skill by utilizing encouragement book in subject. The purpose of introduction literacy activities is so that students are activating in reading by utilizing a collection of enrichment book from the library. Next, with that, evaluation of the school literacy movement in Central Java. 1. Evaluation of content. The finding of the evaluation of the content of the school literacy review whether the school literacy movement is a school need, the goal of the school literacy movement, and the goal of the school literacy program. The evaluation of the content in the implementation of the school literacy movement program is in subtext qualification. In so that the evaluation of the research content, which includes policy and the habituation stack, policies and the development stack, and policies of the learning stack, is already a subtext qualification. 2. Evaluation of input. The evaluation of the input component in the implementation of the school literacy movement program is in subtext qualification. This shows that the identification of school readings, the implementation of the habituation stack, the implementation of the development stack, and the implementation of the learning stack are by the proficient. 3. Evaluation of process. The implementation process of the school literacy movement program is in subtable qualification. This shows that the implementation of the habituation stack, the implementation stack, and the learning stack are by the flow and implementation introduction to achieve the goal that have been set. 4. Evaluation of product. The evaluation of the product component of the implementation of the school literacy movement is in subtable qualification. This shows that the result of the program implementation of the reflection stack, development stack, learning stack have achieved the expected goal. So for the implementation of the school literacy movement program in the following years, efforts are made to be carried out optimally and run by the proficiency. Next, conclusion. First, planning for school literacy movement in Central Java consists of preparation stage, planning stage, and scheduling stage. Second, implementation of the school literacy movement in Central Java consists of habituation stage, development stage, and habituation stage 2. Finally, evaluation of the school literacy movement in Central Java consists of evaluation of content, evaluation of input, evaluation of process, and evaluation of products. Thank you. Enough of my presentation. If you have any question, you can comment. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.